Agora vamos lá. Hello, everybody! Welcome to Me Little English. Agora sim, estamos online. Meu querido Luiz já está aqui comigo. O seu nome é Luiz Meiller, que fala? Como é que fala o seu sobrenome?
Meiller.
Meiller. Então, legal. Então, quem estiver aí me assistindo, já manda um oi, né? Se tiver alguém aí, já manda um oi para mim, me conta de onde você é, me conta aqui que você, né? Se você tem alguma coisa para contar pra gente. E então, hoje o bate-papo do dia, né? Quem veio aqui falar comigo foi o Luiz. O Luiz foi o corajoso da semana, né? Eu sempre convido as pessoas, vem aqui, vem bater um papo comigo. As pessoas falam, mas eu não sei falar inglês direito. E eu falo, gente, o que menos importa é o seu nível de inglês. A ideia é justamente essa, vem aqui, botar a cara e assim a gente incentiva outras pessoas, né, a terem coragem de sair falando, cada um do seu jeito, tem gente, né, cometendo erros, não cometendo erros e aprendendo, que é o mais importante, né? A ideia é justamente isso. Eu aprender com vocês que estão aqui vindo falar comigo, eu aprendendo e ajudando as outras pessoas que estão assistindo, né? Também ensinando, e assim todo mundo melhora, todo mundo, e a gente aprende sobre coisas novas, né? Minha filha Giovana Milito já está aí assistindo, já mandou um hello pra gente. Olá, princesa. E então vamos lá. Antes de eu começar o meu papo com o Luiz, dar os recados, né? Não posso esquecer. Então, gente, se você está aí assistindo e você já deixa o seu curtir, já deixa o seu joinha, porque isso ajuda bastante, ajuda com que o YouTube mostre esse vídeo para outras pessoas e outras pessoas também tenham a oportunidade de vir aqui aprender inglês comigo, né? Com o Luiz e seja lá com quem for que estiver assistindo. Né? O outro recado... Ei, Daninha, minha querida Daninha, minha aluna, um beijo. E a Daninha fugiu, ela tá de férias, me abandonou, coisa feia, hein, Dani? Mas ela tá aí, pelo menos tá aí assistindo. Então, já deixa o seu curtir. Se você ainda não tiver inscrito no canal, se inscreva no canal, que me ajuda bastante. Compartilha esse vídeo se você gostar. Chama os amigos, fala assim, gente, teve um bate-papo super legal. Vai lá ver, né? Vem aqui. Então, isso tudo ajuda bastante. A outra coisa que eu não posso deixar de lembrá-los é que agora em abril vai começar o curso de inglês com filmes. Então, se você gosta de filmes, de séries, se você tem Netflix e se você quer fazer um curso para aprender a usar essa ferramenta que a gente tem, que é super disponível para a gente, para aprender inglês, porque eu sempre falo para os meus alunos, gente, só assistir filme em inglês, só ouvir música em inglês, não vai fazer ninguém aprender inglês. Você precisa usar, você precisa saber usar isso daí como uma ferramenta para você aprender inglês. E é isso que eu vou estar ensinando vocês e estar incentivando vocês a falar. Então, é um curso todo voltado para comunicação, onde vocês vão ter que escrever bastante, mas não escrever no sentido de fazer composições, é escrever para se preparar para vir aqui conversar com a gente, contar o que vocês viram no filme, o que vocês acharam, o que vocês aprenderam, né? Então, opa, o vizinho chegando aí, o cachorro ouve barulho do vizinho, ele já falou, Linda McCartney, vem aqui. Elvis Presley quer. Ponto. Isso, bebê. Bonita, senta aqui, tá bom? Tem que ficar bonitinha. E então é isso. Então, se você quiser, assim como o curso Verde e Amarelo, o curso Verde e Amarelo é esse que já está acontecendo toda terça e quinta, das 9h15 às 10 da noite, aqui no canal, né? É um curso que pega toda a estrutura do inglês, eu explico para vocês, dou um monte de dica de pronúncia, um monte de dica das estruturas, de como que usa, como que monta, para quê, qual a diferença de um e de outro. Então essas coisas todas, então um monte de dúvida que as pessoas normalmente têm, eu explico nesse curso Verde e Amarelo. Começou faz um mês, mas todas as aulas estão disponíveis aqui no YouTube, então se você não assistiu as primeiras aulas, você pode assistir e pode acompanhar daqui para frente. E se você quiser fazer parte do pessoal que está comigo na plataforma e receber material e ter as suas lições corrigidas, né, e poder estar aqui mais ativo, me manda um e-mail para o militoenglish@gmail.com ou então me manda uma mensagem no Instagram, no Facebook, me segue lá, Milito English, e manda uma mensagem, porque é de graça, você não vai pagar absolutamente nada, você só precisa se comprometer a estar aqui, a participar, a fazer a aula, né, e concordar que essa aula vai ser transmitida pelo YouTube. De novo, não as aulas onde vocês vão estar falando, porque essas aulas eu sei que tem muita gente que tem vergonha, não quero que ninguém passe vergonha. Então, a parte de conteúdo eu transmito no YouTube para quem quiser, para quem, né, ou ao vivo ou mais tarde poder dar uma olhada e também aprender. E vocês, né, quem se inscreve comigo para estar aqui comigo na plataforma, tem uma ajuda, um acompanhamento muito melhor, muito mais próximo, né, e acaba aprendendo muito mais. Então, corre, não perca tempo, não perca essa chance, porque começa daqui 2 semanas já, a gente já começa, na primeira semana de abril, começa o curso do inglês com filmes, né, com cinema, com a Netflix. Então, se você gosta de filme, de séries, você tem Netflix e tem vontade de participar de um curso que vai te ajudar a falar, né, inglês, então corre e não perca essa chance. Então, chega, já falei um monte, o Luiz já tá aí, acho que já tá até desistindo, vou-me embora. Não vai embora, Luiz!
Não. Okay, it's okay.
I invited Luiz here because Luiz has a very interesting story to tell us. I'm not going to say much because he's going to tell us his story, of course. I'm not going to give a spoiler. But Luiz is a good friend. We've known each other for, I think, a couple years or so. Now with this pandemic thing, I'm a little lost in time, but it's been a while. We are part of that same group that I always talk about here, Polyglota, that we get together. We used to get together before the pandemics once a week just to get together and speak English or another language, and like that we and have fun and make friends, and it's a great group. It's a great way to practice. So just before you continue, Luiz, my mom is also here with us. She's saying oi mãe. So mom is here watching us. So Luiz, tell us, where did you learn English?
When I think in CCBU I started when I was 17 years old. When I started working in a maritime agency company. When I was 17 years old, I started.
17 years old, okay.
17 years old, and I started studying at CCBU. And after that, I did not finish my studies.
How long did you study there? Do you remember?
For 2 years around ish. 2 years ish. Okay. But I think English is a process, a continuous process. When you're just you keep it going, you know what I mean? Like you have to see films, watching TV, whatever you have a chance to talk with some foreigner people. It's a good chance to practice and assimilate their accents. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then I'm really curious, and then I have this by myself, this kind of wish to just. First of all, you need to. You need to like English. I need to love English, first of all. If you study English just for study, just for somebody pushing you, you're like, you have to study English because it's not a properly reason when you are looking for something, you know what I mean?
I agree with you, 100%.
Yeah, you have to.
And how long did you work for this maritime company, or how long did you work with imports and exports?
Yeah, I worked for this foreign trade area around 18 years old. 18.
For 18 years.
18 years. Sorry, okay. 18 years. Sorry, 18 years, and then this process, this whole years, this whole time, I always keep updated in my English, trying to study in this wizard, for example. Then after that, I got in a wizard.
Did you use English in your everyday life for work, or not much?
Sure. Sometimes I used to go on board in a cargo ship. And then I had to talk with the how can I say, crew members or captain to ask something or deliver some documents or ask him something or requirements. And then this is opportunity. Then I practice my English in properly in local.
And then what happened after these 18 years? What happened?
Oh my gosh, this area, this foreign trade area is really tough. You know what I mean? Tough, really hard to stand, to cope with this lot of hard situations, a lot of changings around softwares, global softwares. They are firing a lot of people in this area, replacing people by machines, by softwares. I was one of them. These people who were replaced by this machine.
You lost your job?
For sure. And around 5 years or around 5 years ago. And then after that, I've decided to make. You can correct me whatever you want. I decided to make to travel.
To take a trip.
To take a what? Sorry, I'm saying.
To take a trip. To go on a trip.
I'm gonna take a trip and then give by myself a chance to go abroad to just think what else I can do, what else I can make, what else beside foreign trade area, import or export area, documents, whatever. And then this time I thought really good, really better. Which place is better for me? And I got a research on internet, and then I saw Ireland. Ireland. It's a small island. It's a small island, and a lot of Brazilians there in Dublin. But I chose a city, a small city, call it Galway. Galway. Have you heard before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. I find out it's a wonderful city. It's
What's
really
the name
traditional.
of it again? I'm sorry. How do you spell it?
Galway. Galway. Galway.
Cool.
It's a good city. I recommend to go and make some interchange course if you decide some place or island. In this city is around 80,000 inhabitants. 80,000 inhabitants is a really inhabitants. It's really small, but it's really cultural.
Nice.
Really cultural and traditional.
Is it near Dublin?
No, it's 3 hours far from Dublin. 3 hours
flight?
Far from
3 hours
by road.
driving.
By road.
3 hours driving from Dublin.
For East Coast. East Coast.
Towards the east.
East,
cool.
Yeah.
And are there lots of Brazilians there too, like Dublin?
Not so much. In Dublin, it's a lot of. It's around 20,000. 20,000 Brazilians there. Yeah, around.
That's a lot.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
While Galway is much lesser than Galway. It's less than Galway. It's around 5,000 if I had a mistake. Or some. It's a four.
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot. It's a lot.
Like for a small city, for 5,000 Brazilians, it's still a lot. And what made you decide about Ireland? You said you researched a lot. What turned you down going to other places? Did you consider to go to the US or to England or to other places? Or what made you choose Ireland over other places?
I decided to Ireland about cost benefits. I don't know what I mean. Cost benefits. And Ireland, it allowed me to work while I studying.
Okay.
It's a part-time
nice.
I can work. It's a part-time I can study. This is allow me as a Brazilian or no European people working. Then at the same time, when you work, when you get a job, for example, it's a temporary job, you can practice your English. Then I did. Then I got a job.
You don't need to have all the money to live there, you know, prior to hand. You can
earn some money. At the same time, you practice your English.
Nice.
It's the same. It's a good deal. It's a good. Yeah, it's a good business.
But my question is, how about the Irish English? Isn't that
Irish? Oh my God. Let me. Yeah, it's a really funny.
Irish pronunciation.
Jesus, it's the first time on the streets. Oh my gosh. It's really, really weird when you hear somebody talking Irish with Irish people between them. And then I couldn't understand nothing on there. And then, and then I asked it with my friends, the Brazilian friend, when I made there. Hey, what are you talking about? It's in English? Yes, in English. Oh my gosh, really strange. Accent, odd accent. Yeah, man, you have to use your ears. You listen. Use your listen, because they like it's a lot of it, kind of. For example, hey, Yara, how ya? What's the crack? How's the crack, Yara? How's the crack? It's a kind of expression. It's a local expression. What's a crack? What's a crack? What's new? What's up? What's you know what I mean? And really, they kind of manner they have is how can I say? The accent really in their pronunciation, and then you have to use to get used to it. Yeah. After 1 month, I started to understand the local people better. Really hard.
And so, how long did you stay in Ireland for?
Or 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. And did you stay with a family, or did you rent a place?
I rent a place. First of all, 2 weeks. When you contract a company, you're obligated to, how can I say, to rent for 2 weeks. First of all, before to go. Previously, we have to rent previously
when and show to a company.
When you hire a company,
you have to have a rented place.
For sure. Then I hired for 2 weeks, and then I stay with Brazilians, a couple of Brazilians, and one Swiss guy.
Okay.
The Swiss guy. That place is not a family.
Okay.
He's how to say? He's a homestay.
It can be a homestay.
Homestay there. And I have then I like it this way when you rent. The couple of Brazilians, they were scientists.
Cool.
Really interesting.
Wow, yes, very different.
Yeah, really different. When I just show what there, they talk to me about the experiences. And did
you guys speak Portuguese or English?
So at first they spoke Portuguese to me only, and then I asked to them to speak in English instead of Portuguese, because I'm a student that time. I was a student that time. And they asked gently. They are talk to me only in English in that house. Okay. That house, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's important.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, you would stay there for 6 months and you wouldn't improve as much. And
for sure.
Did you notice a big improvement in your English during the 6 months? How was it?
Sure. And after, for example, after 3 months, I decided to move out of that house. And then I decided to leave with a 100% foreigner.
Okay.
And then I decided to move to a house with Irish people.
Okay.
With Irish people. After 3 months there in that house, Irish people. And then after that, my English really got upper.
Improved.
Improved.
Okay.
Really.
And
Improved.
did you have class every day?
Yes, every mornings, every single mornings, Monday to Friday, and on the weekends usually were free. Then, but meanwhile, I got a job there.
Okay.
It's a temporary job, like an assistant waiter. I used to work as assistant waiter in a buffet in a hotel, and then I loved it that time. And really interesting. It got contact with Irish people.
Very
really
good.
interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So then after 6 months, you decided to come back to Brazil. And what do you do now? You started your new career as soon as you came back?
Yeah. After I left Ireland, sadly I had to, because my contract were expiring. Because we have a visa.
Your visa.
We have a time to expiring. It's a time to just 6 months.
Okay.
You have to contract English school there. 6 months. And your visa were just linked with your this contract for sure. And after that, I have to leave England, Ireland. Sadly, I have to leave there because I really love it, that place. And then after that, when I came back to Brazil, and I tried to go back to my area in the foreign trade company.
So you tried to go back to foreign
to my
trade.
same area, the same area in 2016.
Okay.
So 16. That time, the Brazil were how can I say? The economy was really bad.
Was low, yeah. Like I mean.
Yeah, really bad. The employees, a lot of people don't have a job, and then I really sad. And then there's the same time I tried to get a job with my English really low, upper, got better, and then there was a really tired, really hard that time to get a job. Even just even when I said with the people are just I just come out. I just came from Ireland. And my English really good. My English that time there was really good. My English there that time, but even though I didn't get a job in this art, it's really good. It's really bad. Sorry, it's really bad. When I realized that it's really hard to go back to my area, and then I decided to move completely
to change your life completely and change areas.
Yeah, and I decided to give a chance to me. Just for another thing.
What did you decide to do? Tell people that are watching. What do you do now? What's your job now?
Yeah. So I saw once in Ireland a guy. He's a Pakistanese person there in the barbershop. Meanwhile, there in Ireland, I had to cut my hair, right?
I had to have my hair cut.
My hair cut there. And then I went to there in the barbershop. In the Pakistani barbershop, and in the barbershop chair, I asked a guy, hey, how are you? And that time there was a first month when I was there. And then, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm Brazilian. Oh, I'm a Pakistani. Wow, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm a barber. I'm just working. Do you know? it's easy job. It's a profession. It's a job to get a job here. Yeah, really easy. What's an always? It's always. It's really easy when you just come. I just came here, and after once a week after that, and then I got a job. I was a barber in the Pakistan, my country, my foreign. And then it's interesting. It's a good opportunity. It's easy. Just what did you do? In the Pakistan, I made a course, the barbershop course, and then why not? I can do this the same. I can do the same. I can do the same. Then this idea, just a seed, it's got a seed in my mind, and after that, yeah, you know what I mean. They are just going.
But you didn't learn how to do it over there. You learned how to do it here in Brazil after you came back.
Yes, after I came back. After I came back to Brazil, and then I tried at first to get a job in my foreign area. And then when I just realized that, it's really impossible. It's really hard to go back in this lower salaries than that time. And then when I saw really lower salary, I thought, oh my gosh, how can I survive? How can I survive with this miserable salary, this kind? How can I say? And then, so I have to change. I have to make a big change in my life. And then I talked to my wife. I have a wife. I have a wife.
I know, but that was what I was gonna ask. Did you have a wife when you went to Ireland? Did you leave her here, or did she go with you?
I left her here.
You left her
but
here.
I'm still married, okay? I just talked to her, then I have to make a trip to think about in my life. She agreed
I'm
that
gonna
time
go
to
buy
me.
newspaper and I'll be back in 6 months.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No. We talk every day by Skype. Yeah, in the Skype we kept contact.
Good.
Okay, in the why we have a
why
good
didn't
relationship.
she go with you?
Sorry, what are you saying?
Didn't she want to go with you?
No, that time no. That time she's oh my gosh, how can I say? I have to leave behind. She doesn't like English.
I see.
Then for her is really that will be really hard. You know what I mean? It would be really hard to her. You know, if you don't like English, it's okay.
Yes. No.
Then that time is.
But it was nice of her to agreeing that you left and then you came back, and so then you talked to her and you guys decided that you were going to take a course and open a barber shop.
Yeah, I decided to open. After that, when I arrived here, and then after a lot of things is a really hard time, then I tried to go back to the foreign trade art. And then when I saw that time, and then I made a course, at a barbershop course.
How long did it take?
It's a 4 month.
Okay.
Only 4 months only. And after that, my wife had a friend. Is a hairdresser friend. Hairdresser. And she talked to that guy. That's a friend of her. And then after my course, he gave me a chance just to stay there, looking at her, or look at him, just to pressing. And then I used to bring my friends, parents, or whatever, relatives there in this salon, and then for pressing. And then he just mentoring me. How can I say mentoring? Mentoring me about how can I use the scissors, pressing. I think it's everything. Pressing is everything.
Yes.
And then after 6 months in that salon, in a hairdresser, as a barber there, working, and I decided to move out to another place and practice with a real barber.
Okay.
And then I worked with a master barber.
Okay.
A senior guy, a senior person, is a 70 years of experience.
Wow.
He is 87 years old now.
Wow. And
he's still alive.
And he's been cutting hair and doing the. Do you do shaving too, or just hair?
Yes,
okay, everything.
He taught me how to shave, how to haircut at the same time, haircut, shave properly, a mustache properly. It's a really the sideburns, whatever you want, I can do.
Cool.
And then this master barber. They stayed during 2 years. After that, with him. 2 years there.
Okay.
With him, yeah.
And do you have your own place now?
Yes, I have my own place. I have a own place. No. I have. In fact, I work with them.
Oh, you still work with him?
I still work with him.
Oh, okay, good.
I still work with him. He has a part of the salon, and I have another part of. Okay. I have my own clients.
Okay.
I have my own clients.
And tell me, what is more difficult? What do you think is most difficult in doing? Like, do you think it's shaving? Do you think it's cutting hair? Is there a kind of haircut that is more difficult?
Yeah, I think shave is harder. Is harder than your haircut.
Than the haircut. Why?
Shave, you have to practice a lot of. You have to be delicate when you shave your skin, especially when your skin is really thin, in your beard really thick. Thick. Yes. This prior combination, it is really hard for a barber to properly shave or razor, to use your razor properly delicated. In this, it's just for practicing. You want the time to time that you, make by yourself to do more delicate when you when you are touch the skin of the clients, for example, you be delicate to not cut him.
Okay.
It's really this profession. It taught me a lot of things, more than a lot of another ones.
Are you happier now than you were in?
100%. I'm my own. I'm my own boss.
I am my own boss.
I'm my own boss. Yes. Yeah. At first, I saw really difficult because at first nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. I really new brand. I'm a fresh barber, and then most people were afraid about me. Hey, I didn't know you. I don't know if you cut my hair, if you
hurt me, or if
you hurt me with a shave, with a razor, and then after that, you have to show the people you're confident when you do something. Your confidence. When you cut your hair, you show your job, you show your works, and while Instagram profile or WhatsApp or Facebook, you show your pictures, what work did you do, for example. And the pictures, through the pictures, did you do this kind of haircut style? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, you're really good. Hey, after that, I go your barber shop, and then you cut your hair. You cut my hair, and then okay,
cool.
Be free to come back to come.
So you said, how long have you been working in this place now that it's half and half? How long have you been really working after you finish your training and that? How long have you been in the market?
In the market, around 3 years.
3 years.
For 3 years.
Cool.
3 years so far. When I decided to change my life, after that 3 years, around 3 years, so until now, and then I really happy when when I changed it, when I decided first of all, and then I decided after 3 years, I'm really happy, and I got a lot of customers, clients. But you have to, first of all, you have to enjoy to stay with people, to enjoy to talk with people.
It's true.
Yeah, you have to
in a barber shop, does it happen like it happens in the hair salon, that people make you kind of a therapist more than a barber a lot of the time?
More, yeah. The most of people used to talk a lot, and then I used to all ears to listen. And when they ask something like, "Hey, what do you think?" Oh, it's my own opinion, and then I think like this. But it's really the mostly neutral opinion.
Of course,
you know what I mean. Neutral opinion.
Yes.
You have to be really delicate when you say something, when you show your own opinion, and diverse.
You have to be
with some. Yeah. We have to be careful when you say something, and people then that's a party, a democratic party, for example, a politic subject. That's really delicate, especially when you show on your preference. Especially nowadays. Yeah, definitely.
Very good.
So I'm really happy with the new profession. I intend to continue, keep going. This pandemic period is really hard for us, especially barber. We had to close nowadays our salon in the barber shop. And then I used to work at home. I used to load at home this time through WhatsApp. With somebody have my contact, they are just schedule and they come at home. I have a room especially. Then I decorate it with some boards with a barbershop, ideas, and then I have a good mirror, a good chair, and then I attend at home. Clients all go their homes. It's like a delivery barber.
That's wonderful. That was going to ask you because, for example, my mom, she doesn't really. She doesn't walk. It's really hard for her to go, for us to take her to get her hair cut. So every time we have to look for someone that come to our house. And that was something that I was going to tell you, that I don't see a lot of people doing that, or at least advertising that. And I think it's a very good niche. It's something really good that you can do, and maybe you can expand this kind of service. If you leave, for example, I don't know, 2 afternoons a week to go to your client's house for whatever reason, either because sometimes people work and can't go, or like my mom, she's old, or people that are handicapped. Maybe you can start offering that service.
Yes, I used to. There's a lot of clients, especially elders, and they usually call me and they, "Hey, Luiz, you can come at home and can cut my hair." And then, okay, what time and day you used to? And then you prefer to when I can go. And then they got I put in my agenda and I schedule, and then I go. I take my bike. I usually take my bike, put my backpack in my material there, and then go.
It's good because your equipment's not very heavy. If it fits in a backpack, you go. And mobility is everything.
And healthy. And healthy.
True.
For our healthy.
And healthy. Very
I really riding a lot of. I ride every day. Every day.
Cool.
To go to my job, and then I go back to riding a bike. Every day.
And here in Santos, you do have a very promising clientele for that, because like you said, especially the elderly. And here in Santos, we have a lot of elders, that
a bunch of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And, maybe soon you won't need to be paying rent anymore. You can divide your work in your house because you already have everything set up. And then the rest of the time you can go to people's house. See, that's what we have to try to do. The pandemics is bad, of course, and the lockdown is horrible for everybody. But I think if you are creative and if you try to find other ways, maybe you can reinvent yourself and you will find a way to get out of this period of this time better, with new ideas and even, improve in that sense too. So good. It's good for you that you've been able to do that. I'm glad. And how about your wife? Does she work with you?
No, she's a caregiver.
Caregiver?
In English, is a cuidadora de idoso.
Isso, caregiver.
Caregiver. She's a caregiver. First of all, she's a nurse technical.
Oh, she's nurse. She's a technical nurse.
She's a nurse. Is a technical. It's not a nurse properly, but she's a técnica de enfermagem. Technician of nurse technician. Technician. First of all, and then she got she got a fire. She was
fired.
She fired with the last job 4 years ago.
Okay.
And then she decided to make a course of caregiver.
Oh, but so she wasn't a caregiver before.
No.
She was a nurse. She was a technical nurse.
In a clinic of a laboratory clinics.
Oh, okay, in a lab.
A clinical lab, for example. And then after that, she decided to make a course as a caregiver, for example, caregiver. And then she liked it. Really, she loved it. This way and then after that, she got a job with the family. Okay. To care about a senior, elder person. She's nowadays she's a 91-year-old.
Oh, okay.
1-year-old.
So she works for the same family, just for one person. Okay.
Yeah, the 4 years so far. 4 years so far.
Wow.
She's working with this family, and she's enjoying this job. She enjoyed this job so far. She's trying to get a job in the same area. It's a technical nurse technician.
Okay.
She's trying to so far to get a job in the technical nurse. But
technical nurse.
So far when she gets this job, she's just leave. She will leave. She's leaving this family, and then she's trying to go back to the area. She's trying to go.
I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. No, it's not gonna come. Sorry. It doesn't sneeze.
Sorry about.
So okay. So maybe now that I'm sure they will. They must be hiring, professionals in that area, all the health area. Maybe that's going to be her way of going back to her area too. Good. Wow, wonderful. And so it's a nice story how you came around.
It's a long story.
Yes, but it's an interesting story. And
sorry for that.
Do you plan to go back to Ireland?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? You don't plan to, but you wouldn't say no.
I'm not planning. I'm not planning. I'm not planning this so far. I'm not planning.
Or maybe another country.
But Ireland, in my first impression, is a good way. It's a good place to go or live one day. Yeah, Irish people, really sense of humor. good sense of humor. They drink a lot of beer.
A lot, yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I could realize that. But they really good people. They are good people. It's a good way to. It's a good place to. The law, it works there. It works there. It's a small place. It's a small country.
But it's cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cold. It's around. It's a 5 degrees around, but really windy. It's a freeze windy. Then I had to use my water coat all the time, and my trousers, my pants, all the time. It's really freeze.
Were you there in the summer or in the winter?
Sorry, I was saying?
Were you there in the summer or in the winter? Because you said you were there for 6 months. When?
I went to the autumn, around autumn. We started in the autumn.
Autumn, and, so you got autumn and then winter. So you got the real cold.
Yeah, really cold. Yeah, I took around -2 degrees in that time.
Did you get any snow?
No. Just how can I say? It's
frost.
I lost. I don't know. How can I say? When you see the car, a little blank white.
Frost.
The frost. Sorry, frost. You can slide, and on the street, if you don't be careful, you have to watch out when you put your feet there, and then it's really hard to. So I love it that place. People, they are mostly they love to get in pubs. Because most of them, they just meet each other. It's a good place to get a chat, listen to good music. The Irish traditional music, I listened. I heard a lot of. It's for free, just for free. Just get in. If you drink something, okay, you pay for it.
Of course.
You just stay there, sit, and listen to good music, traditional ones. It's love it. It's a good place to. Why not?
Exactly. And
just to get a job and work and leave.
And did you have the chance to meet people from different countries? Which countries did you meet people from?
Yes. When I study in my classroom, wow, there were a lot of different countries. There were Germans, Austrians, Frenches, Spanishes, Portuguese from Portugal. They were South Arabians, Koreans,
Saudi Arabians,
Koreans. So Koreans. We were the same boat. That time. That time we didn't know more or less English. But in the break, usually in the classroom, we used to talk about our own countries, our customs, our food, our manners to go to say or whatever. And then these are exchange ideas, exchange course.
And what did you learn there about these other people, this other culture that you think was something that you never thought about, and you think did you have any good life lesson, or did you learn something that from this experience that you never thought you would, or that you were amazed by it? Did you learn about, some other countries' cuisine? I remember, for example, when I was in England, I had a friend who was from Korea, and one day we, the Brazilians, there were lots of Brazilians that used to live in a hotel. It was a small hotel, and people would rent up the rooms and live there. And they had a small kitchen where we could cook. And one day we were making rice and beans, And this Korean friend came, and then I was making the rice, and he was like, "What is that you're putting in your rice?" And I said, "Onions and garlic and stuff." And he goes, "Why are you putting onions in your rice?" I said, "Well, don't you put onions in the rice?" And he would say, "No, that's disgusting." And I said, "How do you make rice?" And he goes, "We just boil the water and then we boil the rice." And I said, "You don't put anything in the rice. They don't put salt. They don't put onion. They don't put anything.
There's no tasting. There's no any tasting.
It doesn't taste like anything." I told him it's horrible. And
oh my gosh.
So I was really surprised by that. Did you learn anything?
Then you put garlic and onion.
Yeah. After that, he tried our rice and beans. He had never had beans before. Rice and beans, like for him, it was like completely unimaginable. And he liked it. It was funny. He liked it.
You taught him. There's a different way when you cook. When you put some spices there, for example, the garlic and onion.
He thought it was weird, like different, but he liked it. So did you learn anything that was surprising to you? When, like, from this exchange with these people from other countries, what did you learn more
I've learned it with Swiss people. Mm-hmm. Swiss people, they were a Swiss lady, miss there, and one guy. I've learned that every single inhabitant people there, they have to know military tactics. I don't know how can I say.
They have to know
military. Yeah, this is Switzerland. Switzerland is a small country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think there's a culture for that.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were taught. Mm-hmm. Were taught about a military. I don't know how can I say tactic.
Military tactic. But what for? Like for war? For what?
For war, for a possible war.
Really?
Yeah. A guy talked to me about this, and wait, come on, even the girls, yes, but in another level. Okay. The girls, there's another level, like how can I say manner.
But like, do they learn that at school? Like
gun, for example, have to every single Swiss have to have a gun at home.
Jesus.
First of all.
Okay.
Yeah, even how can I say a big one.
The shotgun.
A shotgun, for example. Wow. So you have one in your country? Yes, I have. Oh my gosh, you are 21 years old. And then, I have a mine. It's allowed us to...
We're allowed to have
to have that. One of each one.
But is that like for protection, or is that
for all protection? Yeah, it's an obligation for each young people, especially in age one, age. For example, 18 years old. 18 years old. 18 years old.
They get a gun.
To go to training.
Military training. Like army.
Yeah, like army. Yeah, it's an obligation.
Okay.
It's like an obligation. Oh my gosh.
And you can't get out of it, like here in Brazil. That men when they turn 18, they have to go, but there's always a way to get away from it. Like if you don't want to, you can get out of it. But there you have. But there is obligation. You have to. Wow. Even the girls one is another level, for example. Okay. But the guys is an obligation. It's a mandatory. It's a mandatory. Wow.
It's a mandatory. Oh my God. Even the how can I say a survive in a rainforest in a forest. For example,
survival course,
training, survival training, something like that. And then he showed me a picture of this guy in the forest, just with a mask in a military clothes. And then you're just a 21-year-old, and just 3 years around, he was in a military army. He was in an army.
Wow.
For example, he just left just to go to Ireland, make a course, an English course, for example, and then go back to army.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting.
I didn't know that.
I think it's nice
when you
go to other countries and you have contact with people from other countries. We always learn different cultures, and we learn how to I forgot the word even in Portuguese, but how to respect differences. I think this is like the biggest lessons we can get from that. So, my dear, I thank you so much. We have to end now because I'm going to start another class in a few minutes. So I thank you so much for your time, for your chat. I had a lovely time here talking to you. I hope that the people that are watching us liked it too.
Thank you so much for participating this in the Practice My English. Sorry, my English is really rusty.
No, it was great.
Because I need to practice. I need to practice really. And then when I
stop, we'll forget. That's for sure. Okay. So thank you so much. I don't know if you want to say anything else. Otherwise, we can close for now. And I want to remind you and remind everybody who's watching that I will be back at 9:15 at another link somewhere here in the channel. You have to look for it. And with continuing the course Verde Amarelo. Certo?
Okay. See you.
Big kiss. Tchau, querido.
Obrigado.
Boa sorte para você. Sucesso.
Obrigado. Saúde faz. Amém. Saúde.
Tchau. So thank you, everyone.